so once everybody sits down, I'll welcome everybody and explain what we're doing today. I'll say that it's a ceremony for baby Riley and why we're doing that. I'll explain what a naming ceremony is. We'll then have a poem being read by you, Suzie, and then give a little more insight into your family. And then after that, I will ask you to make some promises to the child. I'll read them out and you just respond with "we do." And then the godparents will be called up, or godparents, and they will be asked some questions and they'll respond "we do" as well, and "we will." And then we'll do the candle lighting ritual where you'll make a wish for baby Riley, and then we will wrap up the ceremony and it'll all be finished and done.
Sounds good.
Great. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Calvin and Suzie, I would like to welcome you all here today. My name is Megan Carter. I'm a civil celebrant, and it is a pleasure to be conducting this naming ceremony. Thank you all for being here today to give your love and support to Calvin and Suzie and their growing family. I know it means a great deal to them that you have come here today to share in their happiness on this special occasion. We have met here today to take part together in a simple, happy ceremony. It is the occasion when Calvin and Suzie wish to express before others the deep thankfulness that they feel as the parents of this child. Giving a name is one of the first ways in which we acknowledge that a child is a person in their own right. A name provides an identity within society, a sense of belonging to a family group, but it also distinguishes each of us as an individual. As well as giving this child a name, this ceremony also provides an opportunity for all of us to consider the role you are hoping to play in their upbringing. Whilst the task of nurturing their upbringing mostly belongs to the parents, it is also belonging in part to all of you, the friends and family who have gathered here today. It is certain that the love this child receives during early childhood will be of great benefit in the growth years ahead. This will be reflected in return by the love this child is able to pass on to others. So, the presence of those gathered here today is appreciated, as will your interest and involvement be in the years ahead. We all join together in this ceremony, thereby demonstrating to each other our willingness to share in the task of training new lives, guiding them for the things they need to be guarded from, and teaching them what a thrilling and enjoyable thing life can be. By offering your support, example, and encouragement, you all have a part to play in helping this child on his journey to achieve his potential. Today, Calvin and Suzie ask you to share in the first step of their journey. We will now hear a reading titled "A Poem for Parents" by Calvin Swift, and it will be read by Suzie.
There are little eyes upon you, and they are watching night and day. There are little ears that quickly take in every word you say. There are little hands all eager to do everything you do, and a little boy who's dreaming of the day he'll be like you. You're the little fellow's idol, you're the wisest of the wise, and his little mind about you, no suspicions ever rise. He believes in you devotedly, holds that you say and do. He will say and do in your way when he grows up like you. There's a wide-eyed little fellow who believes you're always right, and his ears are always open, and he watches day and night. You are setting an example every day in all you do for the little boy who's waiting to grow up and be just like you.
Thank you. Calvin and Suzie, please tell us the name you have chosen for your child.
Riley James Brown.
Lovely. Calvin and Suzie have chosen this name to honour their fathers. Riley is Suzie's father's name, and James is Calvin's father's name. As many of you present would be aware, Riley took some time and patience to come to Calvin and Suzie. Anyone who was around during that time knows that he was dearly wished for, longed for, prayed for, and wanted, and what a beautiful way to come into the world. After 10 years of hope and many IVF treatments, Riley James Brown was born on the 15th of November 2017. There is no deeper connection to that between a child and his parents. As parents, Calvin and Suzie's lives have changed forever. To be responsible for a new life strengthens the bond that they share and brings new purpose to their lives. Calvin and Suzie, in bringing your child before your family and friends, you share some of the joy that is yours as parents. You declare your wish to raise him to the best of your abilities and according to your values. I will ask you now to express your commitment to raising Riley by making solemn promises in the presence of your family and friends gathered here today. Please answer, we do. Do you promise to put Riley's needs before your own, even if this means making personal sacrifices?
We do.
Do you promise to protect and provide for Riley so that he can grow up to be happy and secure?
We do.
And do you promise to guide, support, and respect the choices Riley makes?
We do.
Calvin and Suzie know that it is a big responsibility to raise a child. It is important that they are able to ask for help and support occasionally, and for Riley to be able to seek guidance from other trusted adults in his life. With that in mind, I would now like to ask Riley's guide parents up here for today to also pledge their commitment and to also playing a supportive and caring role in Riley's upbringing. Come on up, Sam and Tom.
Push over a little bit.
Calvin and Suzie wish to nominate Calvin, Tom, and Melanie to act as guide parents. Children need to have role models other than their parents. These special individuals have been chosen to help Calvin and Suzie shape their child's life. It is a great honor and responsibility. By accepting it, you are agreeing to take a special interest in Riley's life, to help guide him morally and ethically, to be someone he can turn to in difficult times, and to add to the love and care provided by Calvin and Suzie. If you are willing to accept this responsibility, please answer, we will, to the following questions. Will you always show Riley love and understanding?
We will.
Will you welcome Riley if he comes to you for help or advice?
We will.
Will you always keep Riley in your thoughts and in your hearts?
We will.
Thank you. Calvin and Suzie are now going to light a candle and make wishes for Riley, and promise that on his birthday every year, when they light the candle on the cake, they will remember what a miracle Riley is. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Calvin and Suzie, I would like to thank you all for being part of today's celebration. Riley, you have been welcomed into a loving circle of family and friends, which will surely give you the best start in life. All of us here today wish you a lifetime of health, love, and happiness. Please join me now in giving Riley, Calvin, and Suzie a round of applause.